Hi, my name is Akankshya Upadhyay and I am your English instructor. In today's class, we will see how to write a news article. Let's begin.
To write a news article, we need to follow few steps, and if we follow those steps, our writing will surely be a really effective one. So the first thing that we need to do while writing news is to research. While writing your news article, it's important to research the topic extensively. For a well-written, well-structured article, the writer first needs to know about the topic really well. So you need to know about what you're writing. And for this, you need to start asking yourself the 5 W's. So what is the 5 W's? The first one is who was involved. Second is what happened. Next, we need to know where did the incident happen. The next W is why. So you need to know why did it happen. And finally, when. And after you're answered, or after you collect the answer for all these, you also need to know how. So this is another question that you need to ask while researching about the topic. Once you're done with the research, you would want to compile all your facts. So once you have the 5 W's answered, list them. This is the information that needs to be included in the article. So these 5 W's are the necessary elements or the information that you would want to include in the article. Now once you're done with listing them, you need to organize the listed facts into 3 groups. The 3 categories in which you need to organize or classify your listed 5 W's are: you need to know if a fact that you're trying to put in your article needs to be included in the article. You also need to know if it's interesting but not very important to the article. So that can be a very interesting fact that you know about an incident. However, it might not be very important to the article. And next, you need to see if the facts are not really important, but they are related to the purpose of the article. So not very important point, however, you need to mention them because that fact is going to add some value to the article. So you need to classify and then organize. But why do you need to do this? This step is really essential because this step makes sure that everything you need to tell your reader is included. So why do you need this step? So you need to compile and you need to organize them into these 3 categories because this makes sure that everything that you need to tell your reader is included in the article. And also, you need to be as specific as possible. The next step that you need to follow is to create an article outline. Make sure that the important and those that need to be highlighted is at the top. So the important facts must be at the top. This is necessary in writing so that you keep your readers engaged and encourage them to keep reading your article. And always remember to be straightforward. So these are the 2 things that you need to remember while creating an article outline. So important at the top in order to keep your readers engaged. And it must be straightforward so that your readers get what they want to know pretty soon. And once you're done with this step, next comes a very important one, which is to know your audience. Always keep in mind the audience, the person you're writing this article for. Your audience will dictate the voice and tone of your article and help you know what you should include. One of the most important things that you need to do is to answer the 5 W questions we just listed. But this time, answer yourself in relation to your audience. So what are the questions you need to remember while knowing your audience? Questions can be the average age you're writing for. So always know about the age group, and the location of the audience. So where is the audience? Also, what kind of news are you writing? Is it local or national or international? Remember why. Keep in your mind about why is the audience reading your article. So why are readers interested in your article? And what does your audience want out of your article should be clear to you in order to inform you how to write. So why and what is for the reader's point of view. Once you know who you are writing for, you can format an outline that will get best information to the right audience as quickly as possible. And now comes the fifth step, which is to find an angle. Now, to find an angle means to have a story from a different perspective, from your perspective. So make sure that the perspective you're presenting your news is uniquely yours. Even though you're writing a very popular story, try having different way of thinking and dictate the story such that it looks unique. Find your own view which is unique. And finally, the sixth point is interview. It's always good if you have information from the first-hand source. So try a first-hand source. So try including a first-hand source giving information to your news. Now once you're up with all these points, you're ready to start and begin your writing. So the first thing you'd want to do to begin your writing is start with the lead. Now this is a pretty much similar idea to the thesis statement of our essay. You must always begin with one sentence lead which is simple but is complete, and it completely states the topic of the article. Your lead sentence. The lead is really very important in order to grab your reader's attention. So this part usually grabs the reader's attention. Make sure your readers know what your article is about. And to make sure, you need to start with the lead. Your readers will find the importance of the story through your lead. Also, they will get to know what the rest of the article will contain. So your lead statement should really be strong. Strong enough to let your readers know what the article is about, the importance of the story, and also what the rest of the article will contain. Next, you should make sure that you give all the important details. You must make sure that you do not miss any detail that is important to the news or the story. So include all the relevant facts and details that relate with your lead statement. Include the basics of what happened, where, and when it took place. So basically, this is the 5 W's you need to include. So in this portion, you need to include everything. Once you're done with giving all the important details, you can now mention the additional information. After you're done with the main facts, mention few additional information that might be helpful to the reader to learn more. You can include contact information, and even more to the summary. You can even congratulate your readers for going through the entire news. And with that, you need to make sure by the end of the news, your readers should have something to take away. So make sure you give something to the reader through your article. After reading the article, your reader should be able to think about it and actually find potential solutions to the problems or challenges expressed in your article. And make sure that your conclusion is strong and you have a very nice concluding sentence. Your concluding sentence often restates the leading statement or the thesis statement. And once you conclude, make sure you review the content. Also, you need to make sure that everything that you included in your story, the facts, information, or quotes, make sure all of these are true. Also, you can cite the information. While writing a news, always remember that a good news article will outline facts and information, but a great news article will allow readers to engage on an emotional level. So you need to make sure that you engage your readers and that you provide enough information for anyone reading your news article so that he can make an informed opinion. With this, we've come to the end of our lesson today. However, we will see one news piece from Republica as the example for today's class. The news reads, 16 killed, 50 injured as truck overturns in India. So this is the title of our news. And this is a really brief news. This is a brief news. The place where it's in Guwahati. Police say at least 16 people were killed and 50 injured when a truck taking them to a Sunday church service overturned after hitting a concrete stand on a highway in northeast India. So here you're getting answer for so many W's. So the story is about people killed, about people who died in a road accident. So the answer for who is 16 people. And what is the news about? So what happened? Police say at least 16 people were killed and 50 injured when a truck taking them to a Sunday church service overturned after hitting a concrete stand on a highway in northeast India. So this answers what happened. And where did the event happen? The place is given here. So how is also answered in this paragraph. The answer for how is a truck taking them to Sunday church service overturned. So overturning of the truck after hitting a concrete stand on a highway is the answer for why. And where? We have the answer for where, and it's highway in the northeast India. Police say some people were flung in the mountainous area by the impact of accident. The injured, some in serious condition, were hospitalized. After this, the news reader has interviewed a person and the information from the first-hand source is included. So Arun Khembhavi, a Meghalaya state government administrator, says that the driver apparently lost control of the truck at a sharp bend as he was speeding near Nongspung, a small town in the state. Now this paragraph is answering the why portion. So in this way, we can say that the news is complete. And with this, we've come to the end of this class. Your homework for today's class is to write a similar kind of news article about road accident. This is all for today's class. If you have any questions, any suggestions, or anything that you wish to share with us, please feel free to write to us at learning@deerwalk.edu.np. Thanks for watching.